Good afternoon to all my friends and subscribers. This trick is called Jazz Queens. Now I know what you're thinking, the queens, oh great, another queen's trick. But let me tell you something, me and these old Beeotches, woo! We have been on a roll lately. But I'm going to make this story very personal. These four queens are going to represent Caryl, my wife, and these four jokers are going to represent me, okay? Now, here I am, right here. Now, I'm going to take the four queens right here, which represent Carol's many, many moods right here. Right here. Okay, the story goes one day, evening, I was sitting around, lounging around, I was all by myself, just kicked back, doing nothing, and all of a sudden the front door just bust wide open, and it was Caryl. She had been gone for 2 weeks. She had been at the battered women's shelter. I mean, she busted through that front door, and the first thing she did was the dishes. She's a very smart woman. Well, anyway, I was all by myself, alone, just doing nothing, minding my own business. And so I went up to say, Caryl, honey, come sit down beside me here. Just come sit down beside me. So she came down, sat down beside me. I said, no, get a little closer, get a little closer. So she snuggled in there, and she looked at me, and she says, Eddie, will you please fix the light bulb in the kitchen? I said, Beeotch, cook my supper in the dark. Leave me alone. So sure enough, she left me alone. And she went back to the kitchen and kept on cooking for me. Well, later that evening, I said, maybe I was a little hard on the old gal. I said, I'll go and talk to her here. I said, here, I'll go talk to her. I said, honey, come sit down beside me right here. Come sit down beside me. She came, she sat down beside me. I said, snuggle in a little closer, snuggle in. And she looked at me, she asked me, Eddie, will you please get my watch fixed? I said, Beeotch, there is a clock on the stove. Leave me alone. And sure enough, she left me alone, went back to the kitchen, started cooking and cleaning for me again. Now later that evening, I was really getting frisky. And so I'm like, went and talked to her one last time. I said, honey, come sit down beside me. Come sit down beside me here. So she came, she sat down beside me, and we were snuggling and everything. And I asked her, I said, honey, will you please tell me a sentence? Keep it short because I'm hungry, but make me feel really proud and make me feel really sad, all in the same sentence. And she goes, Eddie, you have the biggest cock out of all of your friends and your brothers. And I said, Beeotch, I do not have to put up with that. And sure enough, I didn't have to put up with that. I was all by myself. All by myself. Everyone. And where was she? She went back to the kitchen and finished cooking me my supper. I hope you all enjoyed that because I'm sure this trick is going to get me in a lot of trouble. So please comment on my trick. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.